I think sprint is probably one of the most balanced features of this game, actually. Sprint, vertical, laning phase, jungle, are the most balanced parts of this game. And objectives. Maybe the Baron is too hard to kill. Too much damage. The more I play this game, the less I think that, though. In the beginning, I really thought that the Baron was, like, unkillable. But I think after jungling for so long, I don't think that anymore. What do you think about sieging? I think they have to fix sieging. So when I think in the, like, 40-50 minute games, I do feel like there is this weird like point where like you just need to catch people pushing waves, but I don't think it should be the only mechanic to end the game. I don't think the only mechanic to end the game should be, okay, wait till they push a wave, catch them, pick them, then go. Because if it's like, I think as you get more competitive into this game, I feel like it's gonna be like, you know, games are gonna go for hours. I think the Baron is very weird what it gives. Do you guys not agree that Baron is really weird, like just new wall ulting the whole map? I don't agree with that. It is a good way to end the game, right? Like, I think it's good to just be like, okay, just finish this. Like, we'll just bomb the core. But I think it's a band-aid mechanic. Like, it's just like a way to end the game. I don't agree with the way that is. I think they're going to have to do some tuning of the late game micro and macro of this game. What do I think about the items? I mean, they're League of Legends items, so I think they're good. My opinion is League of Legends items way better than SMITE items. Obvious for one reason, actables. I mean, they're activated, right? So they're already more skill, higher skill cap. So yeah, I like the items. Keep them the way they are. When I say keep them the way they are, I mean don't change the mechanic of them. You can, you know, patch whatever items you think are too strong or whatever, but keep the mechanic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six more abilities is always funner. ADC items are SMITE items. You see, all right. So the way you balance Hunter, right? It's so simple to balance Hunter in a game like this. How do you do it? All you have to do is make 2 items. One item that gives chance to mini stun for 0.5 seconds for a melee. And honestly, pro items, they already have that. They already have enough pro items that do good stuff for hunters. The macro and micro is the same as League, correct? So with that being said, let's look at League Hunter. League Hunter is a 1v5 character if allowed to, right? How do you counter a character that can 1v5 DPS wise? I mean, the way you counter in every other MOBA CC. So you have to look at the items and find items that counter, you know, 2 hunters. What if they pick 2 hunters? Well, you need more of those items. You know what I mean? So if they do that, I think that would be perfect for this game. Because hunters seem just like, it's just like question mark when you see a hunter 1v4, you know? I think solo laners counters ADC, IMO. I agree. I think solo laners and jungles counter ADCs. But what I disagree with is that in jungle, there's not enough items to counter. You can't counter a hunter. Let's say I play any of the junglers, right? I'll go the same DPS items as them, but I'm their range. So they're automatically going to own me. Like, this is a hunter right here, right? I actually just crushed them. But I'm also like 2 levels above and probably like twice the player, Klappa. Hybrid jungle is the best. Depends on the character, which means every character other than Fang. That's my opinion. Because I think Fang, you throw 1 defense item and 5 damage. He's Mercury. He clears all objectives. He clears all lanes insanely fast, and he has fight. Because if you go triple defense on this character, you will not kill a hunter in time. So the build I'm going right now is I'm going a attack speed one because farming is so important in this game. I'll have two items on their hunter with this build. Even if they're like 4-0. Because the defense items and their passives are pretty bad. At least the way I've been reading it. Alright, let's just say, like, I think one of them is 10% less damage, right? Less physical damage. 10% when this guy's hitting me for like 800. I mean, 80 damage. Like, he's still hitting me for 720. Like, I don't think that's that good. You know, at least for passives wise, right? I'm sure the, you know, physical prots, then it's mitigating more. So it's probably hitting for like 400. But I just think the passives are really weak on these defense items. Fang, Rampage, and Sev are the best against ADCs. Do you upgrade the stone first? It depends on matchups. So I think stones or gems, depends lanes, right? Depends the lane. I'm talking for solo. If you feel like you're going to be laning for a bit longer and not rotating, I think upgrading the stone is really good. But I think if you're playing to play the lane, then I think you should build whatever item you feel is better in that spot. The characters lacking passives in generals is a miss, in my opinion. Characters missing passives. You see, I don't care about passives because passives are always interesting, right? The more to a character, the more interesting the game is. But like you can just have passive. Like, I'd rather have better abilities and more aiming than I would have care to have a passive. Like this guy, every time you attack, you get 0.2% attack speed. I don't care about that passive. Yeah, okay, he left clicks more. Those passives are, they're not skill. I want more aiming. Do you guys not feel like everything's an ethal? I mean, everything almost feels like an ethal. Almost everything you use as ability. This game is more like chess, right? Because everything's unmissable. So you need less mechanics. So instead you're doing math with not if they land it, but when they land it, what will you do? I think that's the way I would look at this game to balance. What about auto attack range as an option? I hate the card. If they bring card deck to this game, League of Legends rune system, I will not play this game. I don't know how many more of you guys are on that same page, but that's the way I'm feeling. I hate any pay to win system. Any pay to win. Not only do I hate pay to win, I hate people that play more game. Like, let's say this guy played more games than me. So he has more favor. So he has better cards. Any MOBA where you get into the game and they have an advantage on you before 0-0 is an absolute shit MOBA. I'll say it right then. The beauty of MOBA is that everybody starts off the same, 0-0, and whoever builds their way there, whoever builds better, in that aspect, or farms better, or creates more space, or whatever, that's up to them. That they're in charge of that. I just really hope more aim stuff. Like characters like Kalari just take no skill. It feels so bad to like fight a Kalari and then just get one tapped and know that he didn't have to land anything. Can Quang jungle? He can. But he will fall behind in farm. And his gank isn't the greatest. It's okay. Like, this character here, too, is so boring to play against and play. What's his name? Kalari, whatever. Like, his abilities are just like... I don't know. Like, it's another Loki. Left click, left click, left click, left click. Right click. Jump on him. R. Left click, left click, left click, left click. I see a lot of people complaining about how long it takes to clear. And I thought the same when I first started playing, but now that I've played more, I think it's perfect. Prime Guardian balance will adjust its stats, attack power, effect values. Shockwave attack power will be increased from 20. So they're making it do more damage. Health will be decreased to 20%. I think this is fine. 20% isn't too much. Growth health by 20%. Growth health? What do they mean by growth health? Increase health as game goes on. Okay, that makes sense. That's fine. That's good too. Okay. I was getting lost in the sauce. Defense by 23%. Range, skill, attack power will be decreased by 25%. Yo, Briz wouldn't have died if this patch was updated. Briz was literally by blue buff attacking the... What is this thing called again? The Baron. And this dude got cooked. Man got literally 30% health with that range spell. And the other skill, attack power by 20%. Okay. Security updates related to... Okay, that's fine. Okay, so it was just that. Okay, that's not too much. What do you guys think about a better ping system? I think a better ping system definitely needs to be brought out, no? Ping system / VGS or some sort of stuff like that. I'm out here like bing, 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 bing. These guys are like, fuck you. I'm like, guys, I'm just saying they're ganking. I don't care. F6, 3 people. GG. Yeah, but I believe there's more priorities to update than VGS. You mean no, most definitely VGS is a big part of their system. Like that's one thing that they should definitely prioritize, in my opinion. Communicating is everything in a MOBA, and so if you don't have a good communication system, like I don't see how the MOBAs, like there's gonna be a lot of frustration. I think that's pretty high up there in priority, in my opinion. I think if everybody's agreeing that their the pinging system is really bad. Like, why does Apex have a better pinging system than a MOBA, Like, it's a shooter. You barely need to tell people. You just need to tell them they're there. In a MOBA, you're trying to say, yo, I have ult down for whatever, 60 seconds, or I'm coming left, or let's do this. You need more. I feel the map needs to be a bit bigger. I think the map is fine. You could make the map bigger, but I think the map size is fine. I wouldn't prioritize that. I think the map flow is genius, but... I don't want to say genius because it's literally League of Legends, so, but it's really good. One more tower in each lane. Okay, yeah. So, all right, so double tower would be interesting. I wouldn't mind playing, like, pushing this tower to, like, here, like, making the map, I would say 20% bigger. 20% bigger, and then adding tier 2s for gold influx. Because there is a lot of times, because there's only one tower, that in the game where I feel like you're just looking for ganks and lanes because there's nothing to actually group for. Like, you ever see like just like 5 people or like 4 people mid because there's like no golds, you can't do Baron yet, and tier 1's like tier 1 like right is down, so like dual lane just comes mid and they try to. I mean, like I said, that's all situational. I don't think it's like priority in my opinion. These are things that are situational. Make the map a little bit bigger, add tier 2s for gold influx. You know, you could do a lot of things, but I think there's some prio things that they definitely gotta mess with. Like I said, biggest thing for me is the non-aiming. That is the one thing. Like this game is so good. So good. Just the lack of aiming is like I might have like 50-year-old grandpas, bro, beating me because they pressed E and R. Like, just kind of rough. Don't want that to happen. Respawns are definitely something that have to be fixed. So you guys want to watch Predecessor and compare? You guys, everybody's saying Predecessor is more like old Paragon. So what is the difference between Predecessor and this game? What are the biggest differences? The map. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Wait, you're saying that Paragon, the Overprime, is nothing like League of Legends outside of red buff doing the exact same thing, blue buff doing the exact same thing, blue buff and red buff being opposite side of the map and doing the exact same thing, minion waves being the exact same thing, CS thing being the exact same thing, objectives being the exact same thing, but it's nothing like League of Legends. It's actually just a different version. Okay, this map. All right, so let's look at this and compare. Let's compare. This is the art. It looks very different. Holy moly. It looks nice. Looks pretty. Is this the girl? The Loki girl? Yeah, it looks like her autos kind of. Is Kalari? Okay, cool. Pred has even easier aiming. Can anybody confirm this? Wow, that's rough.
But some people are saying that maybe because you have good aiming, but for some people it's not that
But babe, you press E. You can't click E on anything other than a character. It's literally lethal on everything.
Oh, for sure.
All right, 1 minute 25 it spawns. Minimap's really small. So what is it? Are these towers? Yellows? Yeah, these are towers. They have tier 1, tier 2. I like the river. All MOBAs love rivers, and I love rivers too. That clears infinitely faster. Did he hog that? Yeah, I think he did. Right? Is that what's on CD? Okay, one thing I'll say about Paragon is I really like this little thing right here. You see that little thing that you can't pass? I think that is really good with map control. Because it feels like it's your side of the map, right? It's your side of the map, so you should have an advantage. I really like that about Paragon. No other MOBA has this, and I really like it. I mean, Dota has some sort of it, like a version of it, but you know, between SMITE and League, they don't have, you know, this feels like my side of the map, you know? I remember River and SMITE Conquest, yeah, but we don't consider SMITE a MOBA. We consider SMITE a MOBA, but 2 years ago. What is the best MOBA? Dota. You can't argue it. People say it's opinion, I'll say it's a fact. Don't worry, Shark. That's going to be me in a second. I'm waiting for the service too, bro. We're all addicted. Pokemon Unite. Okay, this is the gank. The Invis. He uses his blink. He blinked after. Wait. How did he blink? Was that his E? Okay, that was his E, I believe. But like, how? Alright, so how is this? How was Pred better than Overprime? Oh, everyone has flash. Okay. Alright, so everybody has flash. So this is literally a League copy pasta. That's crazy. Dude, how does League not get mad about this? Is League is just so big that they just don't give a shit.
They said that there's someone from Riot doing something from the Overprime one.
Yeah, there's a Riot dev, but who cares? I mean, it's literally crazy
I
how.
mean, if there's someone there, it means that it's not illegal, right?
But what did League steal? Like League and Dota are the MOBA goats, right? They're completely different in every single aspect, and then everybody kind of copies League because Dota's too hard. They aren't competing. I mean, they're both MOBAs. They're definitely competing.
I mean, but what he can say is that they're not competing right now because one is big.
Which one of the Paragon games do you think will get big? All right, so this is my first or second time watching Predecessor, and I've played Overprime before. Overprime feels like it has insane potential. This game, I mean, we're watching it right now. I need to watch a little bit more, to be honest. I agree, Nehu. Because you know what it is SMITE isn't just getting hit by this game. SMITE's getting hit by Overwatch, Apex, and SMITE neglects to make or will not make any changes. Like they are literally like so stubborn. It is crazy. Like absolutely crazy how stubborn they are. And you know what it is? And I bet you everything on this. I bet you everything on, like everything. SMITE will make crazy changes this next year. They will. And it's going to be forced. And because they did not plan it, this game, you know, they're not going to plan these crazy changes. They haven't talked about it, but they're going to do it last minute because they know they need to do something to make the game come back. And it's going to be garbage. I already know it. This game has cleaner graphics. More smooth, but way worse detail. That's the way I feel. Yeah, the texture in this game looks more like SMITE. And the other game looks, the other Paragon looks more like its own version of its game. That makes a lot of sense, Budgie, what Weekend said. I could see that easily. Yeah, I can see this game growing because if it's more simple than Overprime, which is one of my biggest complaints, I could see this game. I like Overprime way more. I just can't take simplicity. Like it's so boring to me. But you see, I'm getting mixed answers. I'm getting mixed information. Yo, Apollo, what's up, baby? Thanks for the Prime. Which game is bigger right now, guys? This one or Overprime? Everybody keeps saying different answers to me. Overprime has more? No, bro. What the fuck? Predecessor is the GOAT. Which one is it? Which one has more numbers? This is more hyped, but by who? Never played that one, Master. Okay, I'm gonna be real. Overprime looks 4 times better than this game. Does everybody agree that Overprime looks way better than this game? This game looks a lot like cartoony. It's like cartoony and real. I feel like Overprime has its own identity when it comes to art. It looks like super in detailed, like crispy art. Yeah, there's no way this looks better than Overprime. Like I mean, this looks like SMITE mixed with it looks like 80% SMITE and 20% Overprime. That's what I look at this art. Pred feels better, but how does it feel better? Like what about it makes it feel better? Oh, there's a double jump in this game? It's more noob friendly, so that's a higher player base. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna be playing Overprime over this game. 100%. 100%. I'll play this. I'll try it. So when do they both get released? It's very soon, no? What are the release dates for both games? I've heard December 3rd. Both end of the year, so they're going to be... that's so crazy that they're going to be competing versus each other, no? This is like the first time ever we've seen something like this in esports industry. Like, this is bad for the game in a way, no? You think there's a risk they kill each other? I could just see fucking 3 games blowing up, like literally suiciding to next year, if that's the case. No? SMITE, 2 Paragons? I mean, that's splitting the player base so hard. I mean, I think everyone's fucked almost. But I don't know. Realistically speaking, Overprime, I think Overprime eats this game. If they make the right changes. Because even if this game is easier, quote unquote, right? Even if this game is easier, the art doesn't compare, and it seems like this game, from what everybody has told me, has infinitely less macro. And so Overprime has nice macro. Like Overprime for just coming out, has very high level macro. Once I play Pred, you'll change my mind.
I like his consistency though.
Yeah, he's consistent. I like it, dude. That guy should work for fucking Pred, bro. So macro and micro. So all right. So macro and micro. What is the difference? Macro is, yeah, it's the overall strategy of the map, and everything you do has to have a reason. That's the macro, right? If you're gonna gank left, it's because you know that there are other junglers on the right side of the map, and that's considered macro. Micro is understanding how to clear camp as efficient as possible, you know, using your health pots on time, using your abilities in rotation. That is micro. So those are the big difference, even though they seem kind of similar, because the word is similar. All right, one thing I will say about this game is it's way more smooth as a melee left clicking. Look at this. I would have TP'd in 5 different instances autoing this fucking Sevrog. Clean, 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 clean. It's still smooth. Like, he's running and she's left clicking. Like, I feel like, you guys ever feel that in Overprime? I'm just left clicking at camp, and then somehow after one left click, I just end up on the right side. Second left click, end up on the left side. Paragon Twitch is here? Or are we getting debated? I've had so many Paragon Overprimes come into my stream and be like, I'm Paragon Overprime. But yeah, Paragon, I love your game, if you're real. Yeah, I could see it being a little bit more smooth. How you doing, Corruption? I never played original Paragon, so I don't know how, you know, original Paragon felt. Yo, so all the abilities are exactly the same, right? All right. So honestly, after seeing both of these, they look really, really similar. So all I'm gonna say is I think the person to really run their game better is gonna be the winner. I think, in my personal opinion, I played this game twice. I quit. I played Overprime for the last like 40 hours in 4 days. I really like Overprime right now. I really enjoy Overprime. I just want Overprime to really just work with their players. We already have a big player base, bro. Like, all you gotta do is just make the game, keep making that game better, bro. It's so good already. Her kid is so boring. This kid is so boring. I don't think they should do these type of kits. I don't like these type of kits. They're very it's unrewarding, one. But I heard Pred has more funding. I feel like I've heard both sides of the story nonstop. This map looks cleaner. Yeah, but it's like a tiny bit cleaner, you know? It looks more smooth and less rigid. But I think the Overprime map looks so fucking beautiful. Wait, so Pred is competing versus the Overprime, but Epic is funding Pred. What games have Netmarble made? Who is Netmarble? I don't know who they are. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of opinionated stuff. You know, I feel like a lot of people are always fooled by that when it comes to like custom player, like people like funding these games. I want someone that cares about the game. You know, that's all I care about. I want someone that really just cares about their fucking game. Vision Grass, yeah, Vision Grass, League of Legends Grass. We all love League of Legends Grass. A lot of outplay potential. I love League of Legends Grass. So much outplay potential. So much outplay. Only thing they got to tweak with the grass is make sure, you know, you show when you're auto-attacking. Getting auto-attacked by a hunter outside of the grass for 800 is not, it feels like a big question mark. Can you explain why there's 2 games and which one is the real one? There is no real one. There was a game. They stopped, you know, making patches and gave up the assets, and 2 people grabbed the game and are trying to make their version the best one, so more people play it. Yeah, Nano, that's one of my biggest turnoffs. The random teleportation needs to go. If they can smoothen this out, this game eats that other game. All right, chat. I'm gonna make my list. Number 1 priority for me: make more mechanical skill. Number 1. You see, it's interesting because when I make it priority, I'm trying to figure out what I prio most. Because I do prio the late game macro. I think late game macro needs to be fixed. Like, trying to gank people push lanes because there's nothing better to do on the map is kind of weird. But that could be fixed later. That's not prio right now. The gameplay is good enough. I'm trying to think of the next. Honestly, that's all I care for. I just want more mechanics. That's all I want. This game, smoothness and mechanics. You're right, Zen. Smooth mechanics and smooth on the autos and like the play and the feel and the movement. Okay, we are all brand new with the same name. We're not here to gain followers. We're here to feedback from the community. Any questions? They have? Oh, okay, so you are real. Okay, Paragon, Overprime. If you are real, my feedback, I might be wasting my time, not sure, but I believe you. We have to make the game more skillful. 100%. All these abilities that are unmissable and targetable on a character are not good for the game. I think more circles, more aiming, more distance on abilities, I think is really good. I think the lack of distance on abilities is kind of rough right now. I think verticality is one of your best traits in my opinion. No other MOBA has verticality. I mean, Dota does, but it's a third-person MOBA. You're a completely different field. It's amazing. The way to fix ADC problem being so broken is just within the items. So don't worry about everybody complaining about ADC. You got to just make items with good passives and ways to counter ADC. Everything else, they're not that broken. They're very close to being fixable. And I don't know what it takes to smooth out a game because I have no clue about anything in this field, but that is the most important. It feels really weird to chase down people and not know what really is happening because I'm teleporting all over the place. If you're able to make more mechanics, make the game more smooth, and balance little by little the macro on the map, this game will dominate all third-person MOBAs. Not even close. Not even close. And that's coming from someone that has played MOBAs for 15 years. I think like there's other small ones like with a bush and stuff, but like those things are just will go under balance, little by little. That's what I'm saying. Another tower in each lane is interesting too because you could do that. But I put that under like balance. That'll take that over time. You can figure out like, oh, we add another tower. How does that change net worth? How does that change how fast you're getting your items? What does that feel for map pressure? There's a lot of things like that you can do over time, but I think like the things you have to like start working on right now is smoothing out the game and making it more mechanical, because making a game more mechanical is not easy. Think about how would you make this game more mechanical, chat? You kind of have to rewire everything about the game, right? Like that's really hard to do. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't even know if this company would think to do that. Yeah, that's a tall task. Like that's why I'm kind of scared, to be honest, because I love this game. I mean, I'm very addicted. I'm just scared that it's too hard. Yeah, like I think you can keep some of these mechanics. Like a lot of the mechanics are already fine. Like you don't need a skill shot on every single ability. But I just think some characters having 0 skill shots is like very question mark, because then if they have 0 skill shots, you kind of want to make them bad. And if you make a character that has no skill shots weak, not that character might as well delete it, right? So it's weird. So I think like for example, this character should be your layout, honestly. Fang and what's this guy's name that pulls you in and stuns you? Yeah, like Grux. Yeah, Grux and Fang are characters that you should look at as your base. And be like, okay, how do we bring other characters to this level of mechanics and this level of outplay potential? And then after you do all of that, then you just balance them. Then you just try to bring back. You try to bring them like all to even pacing. They most definitely need a VGS. That would be my third or fourth point. Like you need a VGS system. You need a communication system. One of the most important things is a communication system in a MOBA. Just pinging randomly is kind of weird. Is that good players? I hate myself for this. All right, let's all cry for a second. Look at this. So sad. Just makes me want to cry inside internally. Oh, I did it too short. GG. Fuck! I could have got out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, Feng Mao is definitely that character. Like Feng, everybody says Feng is broken. While I agree that he is very strong, it's not that he's broken. It's that if you give a good player, the opportunity to outplay someone else, they will. Thing is that some characters don't have that opportunity, so that you won't really see how good a player really is. Okay, so I'm going to read this from Paragon Overprime. We will definitely keep that in mind. We are focusing on making the game more smooth and balanced to make the game more enjoyable for everyone. We are aware of how many people dislike the Rift portals. I like them. But the reason for that was to make Overprime for somewhat feel different than other MOBAs and allow players to help teams. Dude, all right. I don't know. I'm gonna just assume that you're real. Paragon Overprime. The portals, make your own game. Don't copy anyone that has made a MOBA right now. Do whatever you want and then just balance it. It's okay. We're with you. We're all here waiting for the games to come back up. Do whatever you like and make your own type of macro and micro. We will follow you. This game is beautiful. That portal, people are complaining because they've never seen a portal that you can get to 2 sides of the map. Who cares? These people they're always going to complain. Reddit will always complain about something. That portal is sick. It's a map play. It's one of the biggest map plays you have on the map. The fact that a soul laner can come right side at 8 minutes and you know, impact the map is very interesting. And it's a lot of map play because now the solo has to make a decision. Do I back and go over, or do I split push, or do I gank mid, or do I invade jungle? You know, having options for macro is the most beautiful thing of any MOBA because that allows you to outplay people and outthink them and out-strategize them. Yeah, and the portal's genius. Is it a little bit broken? Yeah, it's a little bit broken. All you gotta do is just tweak it up. Maybe if you've taken damage for 3 seconds, you can't use the portal. So that adds another mechanic. So now you have to juke for 3 seconds and not get touched to get in the portal. You know, a lot of interesting mechanics like that could literally just make it balance very easy. What else do you play a lot? So I've dedicated pretty much my whole life to MOBAs. I am top 1200. I'm a top 1200 in Dota. And I've played pro and been ranked, whatever, all the stuff. And then I played League for about 4 or 5 years before I even touched SMITE. So I definitely do have a lot of experience in this field. So it's just some of the things that I'm looking at. I mean, a lot of you guys in here have a lot of experience, honestly. Like, a lot of you guys know everything, you know, what we're talking about. All of you guys are on pace. You guys are all saying great ideas. Like, you guys all have great, know what the fuck you're talking about. I think the double portal is amazing. I love the double portal. I've actually already started to use macro, like, like, let's say I'm setting up for gold, right? I will use the portal preemptively, go Baron side, drop a ward, and then come back. So I'm not gonna give anybody an outlet to gold since you have a 1-minute CD. I've been doing that a good bit, and I've been doing that for Baron as well. CC can be difficult to deal with in a game, we understand. This is why we have introduced a few items that not only allow you to get out of the stump, but prevent such things that happen for 2.5 seconds. We did this to help. No, and of course, Paragon, you should continue to make items like these that allow outplay. So I think CC is one of the most beautiful things about MOBAs, right? And how it counters hunters. So I think you should continue to think about countering hunter. Like, how do you counter hunters? Like, don't bring hunters down. Just make items to counter hunters, which you already have. The bees, you know, you have a couple pro items that do counter that. So just continue to pump those out, and I think that'll be perfect. I think CC should be in a lot of kits because it's how you know, CC chain and whatnot that makes, you know, teamwork in MOBAs beautiful. What's the problem with SMITE macro is that you pick characters to hard clear in every lane to then run to objectives. So when you think about SMITE drafting, is that it simplifies the game so much so that you're not even picking for team. You're not picking characters for team fight. You're not picking characters to, you know, play a mid game spike or to fight at Gold Fury or to do any of these things. You're picking solely off who can clear the way faster. So if you, in my opinion, SMITE's macro comes down even shorter. Like, SMITE has, like, super fixed. Like, they want you to play the game this way, and that is the only way. This game, I can invade their red if I wanted to. I can invade their blue. I can gank mid at level 1 without even clearing a buff. I can start in dual lane. I could do whatever the fuck I want. That is the biggest difference, in my opinion. In SMITE, they want you to play this way, and their reasoning is that they want the new players to be like, you know what's happening. But don't worry, the beauty of MOBA is to figure out what's happening. I'll say this right now. I'll say this pretty confidently. If this game gets more smooth and adds more mechanics, SMITE's in real trouble. Real trouble. We want Overprime. We want Overprime. We want Overprime. Wait, Paragon Overprime. So I have a question. So are you guys trying to make, like, characters in their specific role? Like for example, you said right now phase. We made like phase is made for support, right? Is that what you guys intend to continue to do? Or you guys are just trying to make characters to make characters, like, you know, interesting, fun. Well, Brandon, I disagree with this. I don't think champions should be made for lanes. Takes away from creativity, Brandon. Whoever made Rev was going to go get food and was really hungry and said, okay, look, we're going to give him a passive and then another passive, and then, you know, you lock him on and you make him bleed, and then it locks on your Q, and then you lock on your autos, and then you can lock on everything, and then you're locked in. You think the fact that any ability has the animation delay can be CC interrupted and each ability CD is good, or no? That's a hard one. I think it should be that if the animation, like if the spell went off, then yeah, it should eat the CD.